Welcome grade 9 students to another lesson. In this lesson, we'll be looking on the roles and responsibilities of the persons running and operating a business. You would have remembered our last topic that we looked at leadership styles, and you would have remembered that we speak about the four main leadership style in a business. We look at the autocratic leadership styles, we look at the democratic leadership styles, and we look at the transformational leadership styles, and we look at the laissez-faire leadership style. Now, following that lesson, right, we're going to look at the roles and responsibilities of each department within a business. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to clearly explain the terms roles and responsibilities. You should be able to identify at least 5 types of department within an organization, and thoroughly explain at least five basic roles within a business during this lesson. Okay, so that is the aim, and this is what we're trying to accomplish. Okay, students. Okay, students, so we must agree that every business will need to meet certain basic operational requirements, right? But they may develop different roles in their organization that best suits their development, all right? So we're going to look at, remember when we did the organizational chart, students, and we speaks about who is at the top, and we look at the hierarchy, right? So this is a follow-up lesson on leadership style, organizational chart, right? And the reason why people establish a business. So we are going right into it. I want you to remember, though, that the organizational chart represents the structure of an organization, showing the relationship of the positions or job within. So what it shows is the who is at the top, the position of the person. Remember when we look at that, right? So we are going to first look at the human resource department. Good? The human resource department. They are responsible for developing the company compensation plan, as well as maintain attendance and payroll information and every other important company records, right? So their job is one of the most important in the company. Then we are going to look at the production department. We must agree, students, that we must be able to produce what we want to sell, right? So this department is responsible for ordering the materials. So what they did was they ordered the materials for us to make the goods. They established the production goals, meaning what is it that we want to make? How much of this we want to make? And they develop strategies. So they come up with the plans and the ideas. That's what strategy means. How to accomplish these things. And guess what? They monitor the quality of the product that they're going to use to make these goods. Then, when the goods is finished now, we have to think about getting them out to the public. And that is when we now arrive at the marketing department. So the marketing department, students, their responsibilities and roles in a company is that they're responsible for developing and carrying out your company's marketing strategies. What do I mean by that? This involves the training, the sales force, keeping sales record, developing sales incentive programs, and guess what? The one that you see every day on TV, planning advertising campaigns. Guess what? Because many employees often are reluctant to sell aggressively. Your job now as a marketing manager is one of the most challenging in the company. You must be creative and you must be enthusiastic about what you're doing, right? Excited, and you must have a drive. Like, I want to make a sale. I want this to happen, right? And then there is another big role and responsible for another set of persons. These persons are called the public relations officer. These persons are supposed to go out and they're supposed to help to ensure that the customers are satisfied and they're happy. And some of the ways in which you can do that, you can ask a customer's question using a survey or a questionnaire to see how they feel about the product and their customer service, if they like it and stuff like that. And then I know every student would want to work in this department. This is where the money is, right? Finance department. The finance department is responsible for all the financial planning and budgeting. Now, students, a lot of you know we're going to look at budgets in another topic. But I know that a lot of you budget, how you're going to spend your money. Say, for example, mommy give you $100,000. Let's say $100, because mommy now give you $100,000. $100 or $1,000 and said, you said, no, Christmas will come. Christmas is coming. Next month is Christmas. I am going to budget this money now, and I'm just going to use $200 out of this 1,000, and I'm going to keep the rest for Christmas, New Year's Eve. If COVID is gone, so you can go out and enjoy yourself. So the finance department, they are responsible for planning and budgeting and keeping accurate records. Because, want the money all over the place now, you want to ensure that it balance out and you want to ensure that the company, the profit is being made and it is being accountable for. All right. And then we're going to look at the IT department, which is another name for information technology, right? These persons ensure that research and development is continuing, right? So they keep enhancing the product. They keep looking for ways how they can reach every single type of customers, and then we are going to look at one of the most important person in the company, the employees. Wouldn't you say the employee is one of the most important person? Because without them, the work cannot get done unless we're going to use machine. So employees are any other person not elected to any of the board of directors roles, president or VP. They're considered to be staff member of the company. These persons may elect to work in specific department and will also serve to contribute where needed during the company's operation. Good? I want you to remember this when we were doing the organizational structure. You would have seen when we were doing the organizational structure, you would have seen where we look at the employee at the bottom there, just after we have the supervisors, then we'll have the employees working right beneath them.